Hey y'all, Courtney here. You're about to take a 30-minute Mellow class that is specifically designed for stress reduction. So find yourself in a chill space where you can relax. Take a block with you. If you don't have a block, a rolled up towel is good, folded up. Begin on your mat in a seated position for a seated meditation. So you can cross your legs any way you like. You can sit on your knees. You can sit on a block to elevate yourself a little bit. You can allow for a more relaxing pose. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears, and then allow your shoulder blades to run down your back. Place your hands on your thighs. Begin to notice your breath. As you inhale, grow up through your spine, through the crown of your head, and as you exhale, allow your hip bones to sink even further into the ground. Notice the quality of your breath. There are places where your breath is jagged, and try to smooth it out, making your inhalations the same length as your exhalations. Feeling your belly expand when you inhale and fall towards your spine when you exhale. Set an intention for your practice today. Take your hands to your heart center in Anjali Mudra. Make this something that is a thought, a phrase, one word, maybe an image, but something small that you can come back to and focus on and draw on as a place for strength. Bow your head to your hands, solidifying your attention. On your next inhale, lift your head up and flutter your eyes open, and take your hands back down to your thighs. If you're sitting on a block, remove the block from underneath you so that you can be firmly planted into the earth. And then tiptoe your right fingers out alongside your body on the mat so that you find length in your arm and a slight stretch on the right side of your body. Inhale your left fingertips out and up so that your left fingertips are on the right side of your head, and then allow your left ear to fall towards your left shoulder, and then draw your left shoulder away from your ear. Breathe into the side of your neck. Maintaining a full breath. On your next inhale, release your fingertips from your head. Let your head come up straight. Bring your right fingers back onto your thigh. And then tiptoe your left fingertips out on the mat, creating a stretch. Inhale your right hand out and up, touching the left side of your head, and then gently draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then draw your shoulder away from your ear. You don't need to pull on your head, just let the weight of your arm create a soft stretch. Continue sitting up tall through your spine, finding length if you've lost any. Release your right hand from your neck on your next inhale, letting your hand come up, and take both hands back to your thighs. Take a few rounds of seated cat-cow. So on your next inhale, lean forward, open your chest and your gaze up. And on your next exhale, lean back, lengthening your arms, sending your gaze down to your belly button, arching your spine. Inhale, reach forward, lift your chest up, send your gaze upward, arching your back, and exhale, lean back, straightening your arms, send your gaze down. Yeah. Take a few more rounds of cat-cow to your own breath. And after your next cat pose, roll over your knees, coming to a tabletop position. Your knees directly below your hips, your wrists directly below your elbows, directly below your shoulders. Spread your fingertips wide. Press down to the mat through all four corners of your hands. And then now, on your next inhale, drop your belly, open your hips, send your chest up, gaze up into your cow pose. And as you exhale, press through the mat through your knees, through your hands, and arch your spine like a Halloween cat. Inhale, lower, open your hips, open your chest. Exhale, press into cat pose, send your gaze down. Take 2 more rounds of this to your own breath. And then come to a neutral spine after your next exhale. Plant your left hand firmly into the ground, and on your next inhale, peel your right fingertips up to the sky, send your gaze up to your hand. And as you exhale, take your right hand and thread it underneath your left arm so you come onto your right shoulder and your right cheek onto the mat. If you'd like to make this stretch a little bit more intense, walk your left fingertips out in front of you. Walk your left hand back underneath your shoulder if it came out in front of you. And on your next inhale, press through your left hand, lifting up, and inhale your right fingertips up to the sky again. And on your exhale, plant your right hand into the mat directly under your shoulder. Excellent. This time, press all your weight into your other hand. And on your next inhale, peel your left fingertips up to the sky, gaze up at your fingers, and as you exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right, coming onto your left shoulder, coming onto your left cheek. And you can take that additional stretch by walking out your right fingertips in front of you. Breathe into your shoulders. When you're ready, begin to walk your right fingertips back underneath your shoulder if they came away. On your next inhale, press through your right hand, inhale your left fingertips up to the sky, look up at your fingers, and on your exhale, plant your hand back onto the mat. Spread your fingertips wide, find grounding in your hands, tuck your back toes, and then send your hips up into downward facing dog. Walk out your knees one at a time. Bend your knees really deeply to allow your chest to draw toward your thighs, finding a really straight spine, and then just allow your heels to fall a little closer to the ground, maybe allowing your legs to become more straight. Keep your hips lifted high. Yeah. On your next inhale, walk your feet toward your hands so you end up in a forward fold. Take your elbows in each of your hands and then sway from side to side. Bend your knees so your belly can lay on top of your thighs. And just allow everything to come loose. Shake your head yes and no. Completely relaxing your neck and your head. Take your fingertips to the back of your skull and just let your elbows frame your face. Don't need to pull down. And then release your fingertips down to the ground. On your next inhale, plant your fingertips into your shins and inhale your chest up into halfway lift, reaching the crown of your head to the front of the room, and exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, press your fingertips into your shins, reach the crown of your head forward, squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back, exhale, forward fold. And again, inhale, ground your fingertips into your shins, create space in your spine, squeezing your shoulder blades onto your back, exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees to plant your hands into the mat, and then step your feet back to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up back behind you, flexing your toes towards your knee, and on your exhale, plant your right foot in between your hands, your right ankle directly below your knee. Take your left knee down to the mat. Come up onto your fingertips. Reach the crown of your head to the front of the room. And then on your next inhale, reach your arms up alongside your ears. Breathe. Draw your right hip back, your left hip forward. Inhale, reach up high, and on your exhale, frame your foot with your hands, planting it to the mat. Lift up your back knee, coming into a low lunge, straight leg. Plant your left hand into the mat, and on your next inhale, peel your right fingertips up to the sky. Look up at your fingertips. And on your next exhale, plant your hand down. Step your right foot back to meet your left and send your hips up into downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up to the sky and exhale, plant it between your hands. Minding your alignment so your ankle is directly beneath your knee. Take your right knee down to the earth. Reach to the crown of your head, come up to your fingertips, and then inhale your arms up alongside your ears, rotating your biceps in, active fingertips. Beautiful. Draw your left hip back, your right hip forward. Inhale, reach up through your fingertips, and on your exhale, take your hands back down to the mat, framing your foot. Lift up your back knee, pushing out back through your back heel. Straighten your leg as much as you can. Plant your right hand into the earth, and on your next inhale, peel your left fingertips up. Look up. And on your next exhale, take your left hand back down to the earth. Send your left foot back to meet your right and send your hips up into downward facing dog. On your next inhale, walk your feet towards your hand, coming to a forward fold once more. Inhale, halfway lift, press your fingertips into your shins, reach the crown of your head forward, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ground your fingertips into your shins, create space. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, and exhale, fold. Bend your knees so that your fingertips can touch the mat. And then begin to heel toe your feet out just so that your legs are just a little bit wider than your hips, with your toes facing out. On your next inhale, begin to lower your hips down so that they're coming down, and your elbows will come to the inside of your legs. Begin to bring your hands to heart center. It may make it, it may not, to yogi squat. Continue lifting up through the crown of your head. So as you become taller, your hips fall further. And use the resistance between your arms and your knees to find length. On your next exhale, plant your hands back down to the ground. Lift your hips back up. Heel toe your feet back in so that they are hips width distance. Bend your knees so that you can plant your hands firmly into the mat, and then step back to downward facing dog. Take your knees down to the mat. Send your hips to your heels. Your knees can be close together or wider than your hips. And come to child's pose. If your arms are fatigued, take them alongside your body, the palms facing up. Come back to your intention. To your long breaths. As you inhale, feel your chest expand on all sides. Send your breath all the way down your body, feeling your kidneys inflate, your low back becoming large as you breathe in. And as you exhale, allowing everything to fall out. Getting rid of any old breath. Walk your hands back so they're directly underneath your shoulders. And on your next inhale, sit up onto your knees. And then swing your legs around in whatever way you want so that you come to a seat and bring the soles of your feet together with your knees out to the sides. Take your fingertips behind you, fingers facing the front of the room. Lift up your hips, send them a little closer to your feet, and then set your hips back down. Take your hands to outsides of your feet. Inhale, lift up through your spine. And as you exhale, begin to lean forward, but maintaining a straight spine. So you may come forward a lot, you may just come forward a little bit. So you should feel this in your groin. And if you're very flexible in this pose, you can use your elbows to press out your knees. Every inhale, grow through your spine, grow up through the top of your head, and every exhale, fold slightly forward. On your next inhale, come back up, seated straight, release your feet. Take your hands to the outside of your knees and close your knees together like a book. And then come down to your back, keeping your knees bent. Take your right ankle and place it on top of your left thigh, just below your left knee. And reach your right hand in between the hole you've created and your left hand on the outside of your left leg. So you're going to grasp the back of your left thigh or the front of your left shin, bringing your legs into yourself, into a reclined pigeon. Flex your right foot. And just begin drawing your leg in closer to your body while maintaining your head and your torso on your mat. On your next exhale, release your grasp behind your left leg. Take your right foot down and then change it out so that your left ankle is on top of your right thigh, just below your knee. Flex your left foot. This time reach your left hand in through the hole you've created. Take your right to the outside of your right leg and grasp the back of your thigh or the front of your shin. And begin to draw your legs in closer to your body. Opening your left knee out to the side. With every exhale, see if you can draw your leg in just a little bit closer to your body. on your next exhale, release your leg, uncross your leg from the other, coming out of your reclined pigeon. Keep your feet planted on the ground, knees up. And then take your block next to you and place it underneath your hips. So we're coming into a supported bridge. So as you inhale your hips up to the sky, place your block directly under your sacrum, the low part of your spine, the flat part. Allow your arms to lay alongside your body, palms up or down, whatever is most comfortable for you. And allow your hips to be supported in this modified bridge. Press your feet firmly into the mat, and on your next inhale, lift your hips up, removing the block from underneath you. And then set your hips back down into the mat. Draw your knees into your chest, feet alongside each other, wrap your arms around your knees. And then rock left to right, giving yourself a massage. And then come back to center. Keep your right knee into your chest, extend your left out in front of you. Then draw your right knee out around your chest, so you're pulling it in towards your armpit. Then take your left hand and draw your right knee over to the left side of your body. Send your right arm out at shoulder height. Send your gaze out over your right fingertips. Adjust your shoulders as much as you need. You can hook your left toes behind your right toes behind your left leg. That's more comfortable. Soften your gaze. Close your eyes. And try to disengage your muscle activity as much as you can. On your next inhale, bring your head back to center, your knee back to center. Pull your knee into your chest one last time. And then extend your right leg out in front of you. Pull your left knee into your chest. Then draw it around your chest up towards your armpit. Then use your right hand to draw your left knee over to the right side of your body. Extend your left arm out at shoulder height. Adjust your shoulders as you need. Send your gaze out over your left fingertips. And then close your eyes. next inhale, take your head back to center, your knee back to center. Pull your left knee into your chest once more, and then draw your right knee into your chest as well. Squeeze your knees into your chest, and then lift your head up, placing your eye sockets into your knees if possible. And here, take the biggest breath you can. Completely inflate your lungs, and then suck in a little bit more air, just a little bit more than you think you possibly can. And then on your next exhale, completely release everything. Your legs come out in front of you, your arms alongside your body. Press the back of your head into the mat, allowing your shoulders to lift up. And then draw your shoulder blades down your back, and then set back down. Allow your feet to flop out to the sides. Let your ankles be heavy. Your calf muscles soften. Release any muscle activity in your thighs, in all of your legs. Let your hips become heavy on the ground. Your belly becomes soft. Shoulder blades support your heart. Your upper arms relax. Your forearms no longer tense. Your fingertips regain their natural curvature. Swallow to release your throat. Lick your teeth to release your jaw. Allow your teeth to stay slightly parted. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Feel your cheeks become soft. Your temples drip down toward the earth. The place between your eyebrows becomes smooth. Feel the energy in your body slowly swirling from the tips of your toes all the way out through the crown of your head.